Hi there, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to take you through the construction process, the materials we used, as well as its cost, giving you an idea what it will cost you to do this 124 square meter decking in this current Nigerian construction market as at today. That is September 2025. Stay tuned as we take you through the process and, of course, expose what was used for this particular decking, giving you an idea what you could spend and how you could spend wisely when doing your work. Now, once the leveling of block to the decking level has been achieved, the first decking activity is the woodwork. And this starts by carrying the beams of the decking. Now, the beams stands on all the block walls. So, this is done, of course, taking a clue from both ends of the building and ensuring that the top is on a plumb level. This actually is what we use to ensure that the decking is on a plumb level. After the beam comes the flooring, which now comes with the 2x3 or 2x2, whichever is used in the case. On this 2x2 is where the support, that's the bamboo used for the decking, is placed. Now, this bamboo acts as the support that will carry the weight of the entire construction of the entire decking, the concrete work that is coming on top of it by the end of the day. So, after the support has been placed, then the flooring, which now implies putting in the wood to cover the entire space of the decking, takes place. And this is a process that is painstakingly done to ensure that the whole floor is sitting on a relatively plumb level, so that by the end of the day, after casting, we have a uniform finish on top of the decking. Now, after the woodwork had been completed around the entire building, the next activity that comes on here is the ironwork. The ironwork starts by, first of all, getting the beams in place around all the places that you have block, from the floor below. So when all the beams are put in place, which is more like the thing that actually carries the decking, transferring the load of the decking to the columns and then down to the foundation. So once that has been done, then the next thing will be to lay the mats. Now, the mats are actually laid based on a construction specification. You don't just lay the mats, there is a measurement for that. In most cases, it is recommended to do between 4 inches spacing and the maximum of 6 inches spacing. But in some cases, you see some sites that they do up to 7 inches spacing. It depends on what is recommended. But for us at Umek, we use between 4 inches to maximum of 6 inches spacing for our mats. And once the matting had been completed, of course, linking all the places that needs to be linked, as per the beams, having connection with the mats, then the next thing that comes in play is the electrical work. Just note that, like you keep saying, all the work activities in a construction site are interrelated. So anyone that is not done well by the first party affects the second party and affects the entire work in general. So that is why everyone has to work as a team in a construction site with the goal of achieving the project success by the end of the day. So here, the ironwork had been done, and what we are doing here is returning the bars of the rods on the places we have cantilevers. And now, pay attention to how it is done. You have to make sure that as you return them, it crosses the beam, right? To have a good anchor, and of course, give that place relatively good strength to be able to withstand whatever weight that is coming on top of it. And after this has been completed, the next activity there would be the electrical work. Now, the electrical work here ensures that all the lighting points on the ceiling of the floor below is taken care of, as well as having a connection between the first, that's the ground floor, and the first floor. That's the electrical connection, because of course we know that pipes run through from all the floors in a building, including the roof. So the electrical work here ensures that that connection is taken care of. And once that is taken care of and done completely well, then the next thing will be the plumbing work, where the plumber has to pass the necessary pipes to connect the necessary toilets, and of course ensure that we don't start cracking the decking after the work is being completed. So this helps us to ensure that by the end of the day, every connection is taken care of beforehand. Now, after all these activities are completed, the next thing here is the casting of the decking, which completes the activities of this particular milestone, the decking. And by the time this was completed, it was observed that the following materials had been used. The 1x12x12 was 250, the 2x3 by 12 was 150, the bamboo used was 180, then the nails 3 bags, 16mm rods 35, 12mm rods 150, 8mm rods 50, the binding wire used here two rolls, then the cement that was used for the casting was 130 bags, then the granite we used here were that's the 20 tons was 2, then the 7 tons sand was 3, and of course there was provision for the electrical and the plumbing pipings. Now, the market value of all the materials used to do this decking in September 2025 is 6,851,500 naira. Whereas the total cost of the labor that did this work is 1,700,000 naira. This brings the total for this, that is the material and labor, to 8,551,500 naira. Thank you for being with us this far, and see you in our next one.